Hello friends, good morning, Vande Mataram, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Swaminarayan. My name is Milan Tolaria. In this video, I will explain you exercise 3.3. Okay, so just be ready, open your mind, let's start it. First of all, read the question number 1. Here, question number 1 is just quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. We need to give the answer of this question with the property. Okay. First of all, just recall the properties of parallelogram. In parallelogram, pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay. Opposite angles are equal. Both the diagonal bisect each other. Okay, so these are the properties of parallelogram. So here, first of all, AD is equals to, this is one question for us. AD, that means this side, is equals to. Now in parallelogram, we know that opposite sides are equal. So AD and opposite side BC both are equal. Right? These two opposite sides are equal and parallel. So here we can write AD is equals to BC. Okay? And reason, opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. Okay? Opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. Then angle DCB. Second question is angle DCB. D here, C and B, that means this angle DCB. Okay, so one more property for the parallelogram, it is opposite angles are equal. So this angle C is equal with this angle. Okay, these two opposite angles are equal. So angle DCB is equals to DAB. Okay, angle DAB. And what is the reason? Opposite angles are equal in parallelogram. Okay, opposite angles are equal in parallelogram. Okay, the next OC, that means this one only, right? O to C. Now we know that diagonal bisect each other. Bisect each other, it means two equal parts, right? So OC and OA both are equal, right? Two equal parts of same diagonal AC. Here OC and OA both are equal. Okay, similar way OB and OD also both are equal. That means diagonal bisect each other. That means from this point, these two parts are same. So OC and OA are same. So OC is equal to OA. Okay, because diagonals bisect each other in parallelogram. Okay, diagonal bisect each other in the parallelogram. Okay, next one is angle DAB. DAB, that means this angle, plus angle CDA. CDA, that means this angle. Okay, this angle plus this angle. Here addition is there, and these two are the adjacent angles. Okay, these two are the adjacent angles. Now in parallelogram, sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree. Sum of two adjacent angles in the parallelogram is 180 degree. That means both are supplementary. Why? Because if you extend this, so this becomes one transversal. Okay, now these two are the angles of same side of transversal, right? Interior angles of same side of transversal, and we know the property that sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is equal to 180 degree, right? Sum of interior angles of same side of transversal is 180, so this two angles, sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, sum of these two angles, otherwise this two angle, otherwise this two angle, otherwise this two angles is equal to 180 degree, right? So here we can write the reason. Adjacent angles are supplementary in parallelogram. Okay, adjacent angles are supplementary in parallelogram. Then question number 2. Here we have some internal questions too. So here we need to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, in question number 2 we need to find the value of unknown x, y and z. Okay, so here first of all find x, y, z. First question is, one parallelogram is given to you. This all are the parallelograms. It is written in the question. Okay, this all are the parallelograms. We need to find the value of x, y, z. So first of all, in parallelogram A, B, C, D. Okay, here one angle 100 is given to you. We need to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, we need to find the value of x, y and z. So now from one angle, how can we find the other angles? First of all, B and D both are equal. So B is 100. So here y is also 100. Why? Because opposite angles are equal in the parallelogram. Right? Angle B and D both are opposite angles. So opposite angles are equal in the parallelogram. So that directly we can say that y is equal to 100. Okay? Y is equal to 100. Opposite angles are equal. Okay, so first of all, y is equal to 100. So this angle is 100, so this is given 100. Now we need to find the value of x and z. Now if we think about the x and z, then x and z both are opposite angles, right? So both are equal. That means angle x and angle z both are equal. So either we need to find the value of x, otherwise we need to find the value of z. Okay, so now if you want to find the value of x, then here x plus 100, these two are the adjacent angles, right? These two are the adjacent angles. So sum of the adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. So this property we can use here. So here 100 plus x is equal to 180 degree. Okay. In this way we can write the adjacent angles. Now from here we can find the value of x, right? From here we can find the value of x. So x is equal to, we need to transfer this 100 to the right hand side for finding out the value of x. Okay, now in right hand side, first of all we have 180 degree. Now if we transfer this 100 to the right hand side, it becomes negative. Okay, so here negative 100. So from here we can find the value of x. 180 degree minus 100 degree, 80 degree. So this is the answer of our x. X is equal to 80 degree. Now easily we can find the value of z equal, right? Because these two are the opposite angles, x and z. So directly we can say that z is equal to 80 degree. Reason is opposite angles. Okay, I will write the reason in short statement, opposite angles. Otherwise we need to write this opposite angles are equal. Okay, So here one angle is given to you 100. So directly we can say that y is equals to 100 because opposite angles are equal. Okay, and from that we can find the value of x because x plus 100 is equals to 180 degree. So 100 plus x is equals to 180 degree. From that we can find the value of x. Okay, 180 minus 100. If we find the value of x, then directly we can say that if x is equals to 80, then z is equals to 80 degree because both are opposite angles. Okay. Now, next question number 2. Here one angle 50 is given to you. We need to find the value of x, y, and z. Okay, we have lots of way to find the x, y, and z. Can use the any way here. So just to find out the first of all the value of x. Okay, this is even one parallelogram. So here, first of all, we just go with the x. Okay, just find out the value of x. And here, these two are the adjacent angles. So sum of the adjacent angles is equals to 180 degree. From that, we can find the value of x. Okay, so first of all, x plus 50 degree is equals to 180 degree. Okay, why? Because these two are the adjacent angles. Okay, now from here we can find the value of x, right? So x is equals to transfer this 50 degree to the right hand side. Okay, if we transfer this plus 50 degree to the right hand side, it becomes negative. So here 180 degree. If we transfer this plus 50 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 50 degree. Okay, so x is equals to 180 degree minus 50 degree. So now x is equals to, now 180 degree minus 50 degree, it is 130 degree. Okay, 180 degree minus 50 degree, it is 130 degree. So our answer of x, it is 130. Okay, so we can use this way, x plus 50, it is 180 because these two are the adjacent angles, and we know that sum of the adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, for finding out the value of x, we can transfer this 50 to the right hand side, so it becomes negative 50, and 180 minus 50, it is 130. Right? Then we need to find the value of y and z. Now, if we know the value of x, we can easily find the value of y because these two are the opposite angles. Right? So directly we can say that y is equal to 130 degree. Right? Directly we can say that y is equal to 130 degree, and reason is opposite angles. Right? Reason is opposite angles because x and y both are opposite angle. Okay, now we need to find the value of z. Okay, so we can directly find the value of z because if you extend this line, okay, these two lines, then this is in the like this form. Okay, here is our x, and that we already find 130 degree. Okay, and we need to find this value, so that is even 130 degree because these two are the corresponding pair of angles. Right? If we draw one figure, then these two angles are equal, corresponding pair of angles. So similar way, this is horizontal figure. Okay. So here upward direction and both are in right hand side. So these two angles are equal, corresponding pair of angles. So directly we can say that z is equal to 130 degree and reason is corresponding pair of angles. Okay, if we extend this, then right hand side upward direction, right hand side upward direction, these two angles are equal by the corresponding pair of angles. Okay. So here, just directly write down z is equal to 130 degree. Reason is corresponding pair of angles. Okay, x and z both are equal because corresponding pair of angles. So here, that's why I am going with the angle x, because if I found the x, then definitely directly I can write the value of y and z. Instead of using this, that means y or z is equal to 130 degree corresponding pair of angles, we can also use this one, this z, right? That means alternate interior angles. Okay, y and z both are equal. Y is equal to 130, so we can use that reason even z is equal to 130 degree by alternate interior angles. Okay, it forms z. So initially I already told to you that is here we have lots of way. We can use any way. Okay, so here first of all I use this way, x plus 50 is equal to 180 degree adjacent angle. Transfer 50 to the right hand side, we get the value of x 130 degree. From that we can say that y is equal to 130 degree, and because opposite angles, and we can say the z is equal to 180 degree corresponding pair of angles, otherwise alternate interior angles. Okay, then our next question number 3. Here we have one parallelogram. Here one angle is 30 degrees given to you. Here this is the sine of 90 degree, right? And we need to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, so how we can find this value? First of all, we can directly find the value of x, right? Here 90 degree, so x is also 90 degree. Okay, here one angle is given to you 90 degree, so directly we can say that x is equal to 90 degree. Okay, why? Reason is VOA. Do you know the meaning of VOA? Vertically opposite angles, right? We learn one vertically opposite angles. That means opposite angles are equal. So same way here we have this type of vertical angles, vertically opposite angles. Okay, so opposite angles are same. So this angle is 90 degree. So this is even 90 degree. That's why our x is 90 degree. Okay, here 90 degree is given to you. So from that directly you can say that your x is even 90 degree. Okay, vertically opposite angles. So first of all directly we can find the value of x. Then next, either we need to find the value of y, otherwise z. Right now we are going with y because z we cannot find right now. First of all we need to find the value of y. So here we know the value of x, right? It is 90 degree. So this is one triangle, right? This is one triangle. In triangle we know the two angles, so we can find the third angles by using the angle sum property. Okay, this is one triangle. So in this triangle we know the two values, so we can find the third value by using angle sum property, right? So here one angle 30 degree, one angle 90 degree, plus we need to find the value of y, and addition is 180 degree, right? Because the sum of interior angles of triangle is equal to 180 degree, that we already know. It is angle sum property, right? Angle sum property for triangle. Okay, so 30 plus 90 plus y is equal to 180 degree, angle sum property for triangle. So from here we can find the value of y. First of all, just add these two numbers. So 90 plus 30, it's a 120 degree. So 120 degree plus y is equal to 180 degree. Now for finding out the value of y, we need to transfer this 180 to the right hand side. So y is equal to, now transfer this 180 degree to the right hand side, it becomes minus 120 degree. Okay, If we transfer this plus 120 degree to the right hand side, it becomes minus 120 degree. So here we can get the value of y, 180 minus 120, 60 degree. So our y is equals to 60 degree. Okay, y is equals to 60 degree. Now we need to find the value of z. So here directly we can find the value of z. Just draw this one. This is one z, right? This is one z. So these two angles are equal, right? Because these two sides are parallel. Because this is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel. If two sides are parallel, then we can use this way z. That means alternate interior angles. If y is equal to 60 degree, then z it is also 60 degree. Okay. So directly we can write here z is equal to 60 degree. Reason is alternate interior angles. Okay, alternate interior angles. So here, if we know the value of y, we can directly find the value of z by using this z. Okay, so first of all, this angle is 90 degree, so opposite angle x is equal to 90 degree because vertically opposite angles. Okay, then we use this one triangle. In triangle we know the two angles, so we can find the value of our third angle. Okay, so here 30 plus 90 plus y is equal to 180 degree. Now 30 plus 90, 120 degree. Transfer this 120 degree to the right hand side. So y is equal to this 180. If we transfer this 120 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 120 degree. So here 180 degree minus 120 degree, 60 degree. So our y is equal to 60 degree. Now by using this z, if y is equal to 60, so our z is equal to 60 degree, and reason is alternate interior angles. Then next is question number 4. Here one angle 80 degree is given to you. We need to find the value of x, value of y, and value of z. Okay. Now we need to find the value of x, y, and z. First of all, we can directly find the value of y, right? Because y and 80 degree both are opposite angles, so we can directly write here y is equal to 80 degree opposite angles, right? Y and 80 degree both are opposite angles, so directly we can write y is equal to 80 degree. Now we can also write the value of z equal, because if we extend this, then this is becomes one transversal, right? Both are in the same side, that means left hand side of transversal, that means this line, and both are in upside, right? So these two are the corresponding pair of angles. Okay, so z is equal to 80 degree corresponding pair of angles, because this is one transversal, these two are the parallel lines, both these angles are on the same side and in upward direction. Okay, so these two are the corresponding pair of angles. So directly we can write the z is equal to 80 degree. Otherwise we can also use these things, this z. Okay, alternate interior angles. So y is equal to z. Y is equal to 80 degree, so z is even 80 degree. Okay, so z is equal to 80 degree. So either you can write corresponding pair of angles, otherwise you can write alternate interior angles. Here I am writing corresponding pair of angles. Okay, corresponding pair of angles. Then we need to find the value of x. So here we can use the adjacent angles property, right? That means x plus 80 degree is equals to 180 degree. Okay. Sum of the adjacent angles in parallelogram is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so here x plus 80 degree, x plus 80 degree is equals to 180 degree. X plus 80 degree is equals to 180 degree because adjacent angles, right? Adjacent angles. So here, from here we can find the value of x. For that, transfer this 80 degree to the right hand side. So x is equals to here we have 180 degree. Okay. Now, if we transfer this plus 80 degree to the right hand side, it becomes minus 80 degree. Okay. If we transfer this plus 80 degree to the right hand side, it becomes minus 80 degree. So here x is equal to 180 degree minus 80 degree, 100. So value of x is equal to 100. So x is equal to 100, y is equal to 80 degree, z is equal to 80 degree. Okay. Again I repeat this thing. Y is equal to 80 degree because opposite angles are equal. Z is equal to 80 degree because corresponding pair of angles. Then for the adjacent angles, x plus 80 degree is equal to 180 degree. Adjacent angles are supplementary, right? That's why. Now transfer this 80 degree to the right hand side, it becomes minus 80 degree. So finally you will get the value of x. X is equal to 100 degree. Okay, then question number 5. Here we have two angles. This one 112, here 40 degree. We need to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, so first of all, directly we can find the value of y because y and 112 both are opposite angles, right? And this is one parallelogram, so opposite angles are equal. So y is equal to 112 because opposite angles are equal. So directly we can write y is equal to 112 opposite angles. Okay, so y is equal to 112. Okay, now we need to find the value of x and z. Okay, now if we look at this triangle, okay, so in this triangle we know the two value. First one is 112 and here 40. And one unknown angle is there. So by using the angle sum property, we can find it, right? If we use this triangle, then two angles we know, only one angle is unknown. So that we can find by using the angle sum property. So here, first of all, this 40 degree plus 112 degree plus x is equal to 180 degree. Okay, what is the reason? Angle sum property for triangle. Okay, so if we use this triangle, then two angles we know, 112 and 40, we can find the third angle by using the angle sum property. So here 40 plus 112 plus x is equal to 180 degree. Now from here we can find the value of x. First of all, add this two number 112 plus 40. Okay, it's a 152 plus this x is equal to 180 degree. Okay, 40 plus 112, 152. Now transfer this 152 to the right hand side. Okay, transfer this 152 degree to the right hand side, it becomes negative. So here our x is equal to, here we have 180 degree. If we transfer this 152 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 152 degree. Okay, so from here we can find the value of x. So x is equal to 180 degree minus 152 degree, it's a 28, right? So our x is equal to 28 degree. Okay, now what is remaining? It is z, right? We need to find this value of this z. So for z, directly we can find the value because right now we know the x is equal to 28. So this is one z, right? So if we know this angle, so we can find this angle. These two are the alternate interior angles, and alternate interior angles are equal. So if this angle is 28 degree, so this is even 28 degree. So here our z is also 28 degree, and reason is alternate interior angles. Okay, so z is equal to 28 because this forms one z. This is 28, so this is even 28. Okay, again quickly I repeat this thing. First of all, directly we can find the value of y because these two are the opposite angles. This is 112, so this is even 112. Now if we use this triangle, so by using the angle sum property we can find the value of x. Okay, 40 plus 112 plus x is equals to 180 degree. 40 plus 112, 152. Transfer to the right hand side, it becomes negative. 180 degree minus 152 degree, it is 28 degree. Okay, so this is 28. Now by using the z, if this x is equals to 28, so your z, it is also equals to 28. So x is equals to 28, y is equals to 112, and z is equals to 28 degree. Okay. Now for question number 3, you need to see my next videos. Okay, and for that you need to subscribe my channel. Okay student. So if you have any doubt in this question, please write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Thank you.